Till death do us part. Joe Wilson, Camilla Luddington, had to make a difficult decision involving her abusive ex during the Thursday, January 25 episode of Hot TV Doctors. Wilson finally got some peace of mind. Wilson's abusive ex Paul, Matthew Morrison, was struck in a hit-and-run last week, but his injuries were only minor and he was going to be fine. It scared both Wilson and Paul's fiancée Jenny, Bethany Joy Lenz, who was also being abused. They decided to confront him once and for all at his hospital bed. "I'm going to talk to the police," Jenny said. "I am never speaking to you again unless it's from a witness stand." Unsurprisingly, Paul jumped from his bed to try to come at Wilson and Jenny, but smacked his head. He was brain dead, and because Joe was still legally married to him, it was up to her to decide what happened to him. She donated all of his organs to people in need. "Paul was awful in his life, and in death he gets to do all this good," Wilson said. "There is light and darkness and they both coexist and sometimes it's really beautiful." Kepner loses her face. A pregnant woman came into the hospital ready to give birth, so Kepner made an emergency delivery. The woman ended up being the wife of Kepner's ex Matthew Taylor, Justin Bruning, whom she left at the altar. "It hurt being left on my wedding day in front of everyone I knew and loved," Matthew said. "I guess it worked out perfectly for the both of us." However, the pregnant woman's organs ended up failing, and she died in the ER right after giving birth to her child. Kepner totally broke down because the new woman reminded her so much of herself. Also, she couldn't help but think about all of the pain she put Matthew through and how much he was hurting again. Kepner's religious faith continued to be tested through the entire episode. Ultimately, ended up getting drunk at a bar and hooking up with one of the interns in the shower. It's one of the darkest moments she's ever had on the show. Fictional TV hometowns Warren and Bailey face the tough lessons after a 12-year-old black boy was brought into Graceland after being shot by police for no reason. Jackson Avery, Jesse Williams, wasn't afraid to tell the officers they messed up. "Your coworker just shot that kid in the neck for no reason," Avery said. "You guys don't think maybe you should find out another way to do your job?" TV show's gone too soon. When the boy died, Avery recalled a similar situation when he was pinned down by police for just walking around in his upper-class neighborhood. "So many people that look just like him are dying. For what?" Avery said. The situation made Bailey and Warren realize they'd needed to have a talk with their son about the necessity of him being polite and respectful to police. "If your white friends are saying things and waving off, know that you cannot," Bailey said.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me,